this is Julissa. Thank you so much, everybody, for coming back to my channel. Thank you so much to everybody who's listening right now in the podcast. Today is the first day of October 1st, 2025, and it's a Wednesday. I wanted to come here and speak about this new AI generated actress who's causing a lot of issues right now in Hollywood. And this should be a big wake up call to a lot of us, right? Before I continue, of course, I want to say thank you so much to everybody who has been listening using Spotify. Thank you so much for listening. Don't forget to rate the podcast on Spotify and also follow the podcast. So every time I make a new episode, you get notified. And of course, I want to thank everybody who's listening using Apple Podcasts. And 50% of our audience also comes from Pandora Podcast. Guys, you can give a thumbs up to the podcast every time you listen to it. That really will reach out to more people. It really helps me as a creator. And of course, everybody who's watching right now, who's watching this video right now on YouTube, I do apologize. I do have the window open, so you might hear some noises. So I want to thank everybody on YouTube. Don't forget to share, like, and subscribe, right? Crazy times that we're living in, you guys. Technology has taken its course, and I feel like a lot of us, we love technology up to a point when we see this type of issues with it, right? Even using ChatGPT, you can tell that sometimes you ask for something and it's giving you the wrong information, right? So you always have to be in alert, because at the end of the day, AI is a computer thing, right? It's a computer tech, generated thing. So you can never rely on it 100%. Now, asking for a question and getting probably the wrong answer or the wrong date on if you're asking like something that happened in history, things like that, that can be an issue. But when you're talking about a AI generated actress who is now basically signing, being offered contracts, right? That's an issue. That's a big thing, right? Because how can you an AI, listen to this, it's even hard to explain it. AI generated actress created by a computer program has now multiple signing deals from companies that want to work with her. Somebody who is generated by a computer. Do we understand how many people, how many actors rely on income just to survive, right? And that's something that we have to think about, because sometimes we see a movie, right, and then there's a video floating on the internet, perhaps of that actress or that actor who you see them working, making ends meet, right? Like what happened to Jeffrey from the Cosby Show, working ends meet, trying to what do they call that when you're trying to get a different type of income, right? And just trying to make ends meet. And people are like, whoa, they were in a movie, because everybody assumes that when people are on TV or they're doing a big movie, like everybody has this huge income that is a rotating thing that always comes, right? People are looking, they're going to auditions, people are struggling to get jobs, going through auditions, trying to get roles. And then a lot of these roles that when they get cast into them, they basically not enough pay to even pay for a car, for rent, for food. And now technology, if this is the beginning, and I know people might not understand it, but this is the beginning of something that's going to rob another group of of people of their income, and that should be alarming, right? It's almost like when we always see those self-checkout at the supermarket, and like I said, I like using them. Some days if I see a cashier open, I would never go to a self-checkout, because you have to use the cashiers that are there available, because if they see 80% of people just going forward the self-checkout, they'll be like, we really don't need personnel here at the front. Sometimes because of efficiency, it made us love so much technology and things like that, but there is a point that we all need to be like, hold on one second. This AI generated character now being offered deals to make movies and content and things like that. Like, you know how many people wait for an opportunity like that? And this AI generated thing is created based off, because when you use ChatGPT, if you're not familiar, is you're basically giving it a prompt, right? I took a AI tech class, maybe in beginning of the spring of this year, and one thing that was emphasized to everybody that was there was get used to learning how to provide prompts, because that's going to be the thing, right? With this new AI thing. ChatGPT, there's so many things going on. Like if you every software, every app on your phone has the AI option, right, these days. So learning to create prompts was very emphasized to everybody that was in that class. And that's the thing. This actress, right, they're saying, she can never do anything without being prompted what to do, right? Because it's a artificial thing, right? It's a fake thing. And for it to be offered deals that people wait probably lifetimes of working, as an extra. They start as an extra and then they do little secondary roles and things like that, and just hoping and dreaming. And if we all as a community, I guess you can say, agree that that's okay with that, then when the award season comes out and these people are getting awards, these people meaning the AI generated characters, that's what I'm referring to. This should be alarming, because we need to stop to say, hold on, that shouldn't happen. Let me just get into the topic. To a specific when it comes to this topic. So already it says here that SAG-AFTRA, which is the I think is they give awards to actors and actresses. It says here they have issued already a statement condemning the name of this AI generated actress. Her name is Tilly Norwood, the AI actress they call her, who has become a contentious subject in Hollywood after her creator, Eliane van der Velden, recently claimed that multiple talent agencies were interested in signing the AI creation. The Acting Guild believes, right? That's the SAG-AFTRA that I just mentioned. Is the Acting Guild organization believe creativity is and should remain human-centered. Are you serious? Like, even mentioning that, we're getting to the point in life, right, that they're saying, what I'm flashbacking now to that movie that Will Smith created. What was the name of it? It was like him and a robot, iRobot or something like this. So they're saying that acting and creativity should remain human-centered and is opposed to the replacement of human performance by synthetics. So they're saying acting is only for humans. Even knowing that type of phrase is being used, it's almost like I feel like we're going to hear that very often now. Human-centered only. That's crazy, you guys. So, and they're saying, to be clear, Tilly Norwood is not an actor. It's a character generated by a computer program that was trained on the work of countless professional performers without permission or compensation. Okay? They wrote, the SAG-AFTRA wrote in a statement, it has no life experience to draw from, nor emotion from what we've seen. Audiences aren't interested in watching computer-generated content on there from the human experience. It doesn't solve any problems. They say it creates the problem of using stolen performances to put actors out of work. Right, and that's the whole bottom line about this. It's taking away jobs. I think I came here maybe the middle of August or something like this, and I was thinking about how J. Crew got in trouble by using models to create their catalog, right? By using AI models, let me be specific, to create their catalogs, right? And I had mentioned that I use some AI program before to create photos of my merchandise for Julissadesigns. And one way is good, but then after that, like that was like August, then I did the fashion show in September. And then that can never be taken away. This connection with actual models and actual people, right? And that's the thing, like, here's the danger that I see in this, right? When it comes to AI generated images, this is the concern that I felt when I was doing that for some of my photos. One is taking away the human connection, because I met amazing models. This past September, when I did the show, New York Fashion Week, I met amazing models. And as a Christian, trying to do what I'm trying to do with fashion and sharing the gospel, I can never just rely on AI, because my whole point is to share the gospel to an actual person, right? So even having them messaging me after the show and continue to send me messages after, and how inspired they are, like a lot of things that happen. I can never stray away just to use AI models, because my whole point is to share the gospel, right? Not just to an audience that goes see the show, but to the people that helped me create the show and participate on it, right? So my biggest concern, though, when creating AI images, and this is what I felt when I created those images for my essential collection through Teespring, was some of these images might assemble somebody perhaps who has been missing for many years, right? And this is something that people don't really talk about. Imagine you just trying to be creative with AI or ChatGPT, right? Obviously. And you're like, let me create an image of somebody, you create this prompt, and then you get this image developed, right? And then there's a family maybe 100 miles away from you that said, wait, that looks just like my daughter who went missing in 19 something, right? And then they try to reshoot for you and say, well, you took a photo. What's that photo from? Right? This is the danger, that some of these images that AI is creating is of humans that who knows where they're getting all this, these images from. I think they gather photos from us, right? We share so much publicly. Instagram, all this social media, we're always sharing our faces, right? So maybe they're gathering all of this to come up with a photo, right? Based on our description that we give to the prompt. And that was my fear. I was like, wait a second. What if some of these models that I'm using for AI are going to resemble somebody who went missing before, who is perhaps maybe wanted by the police, who knows, right? And then now I'm getting myself be like, now I'm being in the middle of being sought after, because they'll be like, well, you know them, you use them as a model, you know who these people are. And that's something that we have to think about, right? Now, this AI actress being offered contracts, that's a slap in the face to hardworking professionals. Okay? It's like, this is how I look at it now, and I know this is like the most known case right now, the Tilly Norwood. This is a slap in the face, because it's like, people, this is their career. People invest so much, and they go to training, and they offer their their talent even for free, just so that they can get exposure. And now this AI generated thing is gonna get something like that. It's like, is everything gonna be redone now? Are we gonna just cater to AI to the point to even they're gonna come and take our jobs away? And I think it has been happening slowly. It has been happening because we get used to, we just love technology so much. I mean, look at us with our phones and our iPads and the social media, and like trying to get up to the minute news and things like this. But like I said, sometimes you have to be like, that is too much. I don't want to go to a store and not be able to even find an associate so that they can help me. And like I mentioned, I don't want to always use the self-checkout. Even if I'm in a rush, I don't want to use a self-checkout like that, right? I think when I used to work retail years ago, I remember just having conversation with people all the time, and I wasn't even in the registers, right? I never did register. It was very minimum because my job was to dress mannequins and things like this. So we were called if it was like a crazy lines and they needed somebody to like bag stuff for them or something like this quickly, because we always had so much to do as a visual merchandising. But even being on the sales floor doing our work, you get to connect with so many people, right? You get to share and you get to just to meet people, right? And we can just go away from that. Like I have seen even like sometimes when you go to restaurants now, there is a restaurant that puts like the little credit machine there, and it's like you're like waiting for the bill, and they're like, oh no, it's in the little computer thing in the center of the table. Like, what? I didn't even know that I'm waiting here for them to bring the check, and they were probably waiting for me to pay. And slowly it's just, this is being taken away, the need for human, and without realizing, as much as we like technology, without realizing it, I feel like it's slowly taking jobs away. And I think this is a big thing. And like I said, way into this AI things start getting awards. People that wait lifetimes, right, to get the awards. But thanks be to God that the Actors Guild Council, the SAG-AFTRA, just say already that this AI, Tilly Norwood, it has no life experience to draw from nor emotion, and they have seen the audiences are not interested in watching computer-generated content. And then, you know what I just thought about too, these animated things that come out, like this big Disney movie like Nemo and like Finding Nemo and like all the ones that we know, right? They create a whole category for that, right? But that's basically a person, I guess. They draw the characters and then they animate it through a computer program. That could be a little different. They also do the voiceover, right, for a lot of these animation things that come out. But this is different, right? This is different because it's basically you're creating a prompt, right? You're creating a prompt, typing a prompt, and then you get this image developed, and now this person is being offered deals, this fake person, a non-existent person with no fingerprints, okay, is getting offered deals to create more content. That's crazy, you guys. And not just deals from top companies. So let me know, guys, what you think in the comments. Again, thank you so much, everybody, for coming to the channel. Thank you to everybody who's listening in the podcast. Have a good day, everybody. God bless. Hi everybody, this is Julissa. Thank you so much for coming to the YouTube channel. Don't forget to share, like, and subscribe, and I hope to see you in the next video. Have a good day, everybody. God bless.